All right, fellas, so as you see, we are back in the shop working on the crew cab project today, obviously. We're really hoping to take this thing for a test drive this weekend, so trying to button up every loose end that I can. When Nathan gets here tonight, we should be able to get the last little bit of it, and tomorrow be ready to take this thing out for a test drive. So, as you know, I always say support those who support you. Well, I got a buddy, his name is Taylor Miller. He makes these pretty sweet brake line kits, and I figured I'd give him a quick shout out on here. He sent me a set to try out on this truck as I broke the brake lines, as I mentioned before, that run from the master over to the ABS module. And of course, the way I installed it is a little bit hard to see, but as you'll see here, there's a banjo fitting here, and I've got it tucked back kind of behind the master. You'll see this is the other banjo bolt I put in here just to hold it for right this second. But the brake line I've got running back. You can kind of see it down here. Runs back around, runs down back here, and comes up, has a 90 that runs into the ABS module. So he's got several different options for different ways you can route it, different types of kits. This is the kit that we decided to go with. Like I said, it's got the 90 here that will go into the ABS module, and then the banjo style fittings. He has kits that are shorter hose if you just want to run, say, a straight fitting with an adapter from here to the module, which is what's done on the dad bod over there. But I do really like this kit and the way it's routed. As I said, I mean, it's easy to install. I mean, it's literally just a banjo and a 90 with a swivel type fitting on the end of it. It's really nice. Numerous ways you can route it. In fact, the hardest part of the install is just deciding where you want to route it to make you happy. So he makes full kits. You can actually relocate the ABS module. You can redo all of these lines that run down to the distribution block, I guess is what it would be called, down on the bottom. All kinds of things you can do with the kits. But like I said, I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. You know, these guys that are coming up with these new innovative type products for these trucks, it's awesome to see. They're not big name guys. You know, it's guys that started their own shop and they're coming up with these ideas. And, you know, I love to see this stuff. I love trying them out, and definitely will be getting sets for more trucks in the future because, like I said, quality was top notch, and, you know, install went easy. So anyways, hopefully they hold up and work as good as they look, and we're going to go try to do some rolling burnouts this weekend. But anyways, we'll get back to putting this thing together. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got quite a bit of work done today, and we went ahead and we're gonna call it quits for tonight and pick back up first thing in the morning, and really don't see any reason why we won't be able to take this thing and rip a few skids in the morning, hopefully. But anyways, today got the front suspension buttoned up. The bed is back on and buttoned up. I will have to lift it back off to do the hidden hitch probably this coming week, but that's not gonna hold us up from driving it tomorrow. All the intercooler piping is on and buttoned up, and she's pretty much ready to go. In the morning, we have to finish up the wiring on the fan. Just got to run the trigger wire and the main power wire, and it'll be good to go, but the relay and everything's in place where it needs to be. We also have to change the oil in it, and just like I said, a couple small things, bleed the brakes. Just like I said, handful of really little things, and we'll be out on the road with it tomorrow. So, but anyways, gonna head in the house and catch a few Z's, and we'll be back in a minute. today.
Yeah, I see people coming by with big old fat tires on the front. Don't want to go in that damn ditch. Yeah, I heard it just fired.
Yeah.
Be careful here because I'm way down in RPM.
Yeah. Hayes cleaned up a lot too. Just driving it around. All right, guys, so that'll pretty much do us for another week out here in the shop. As we said in the last video, going into this week, the game plan was to take the red truck for the test drive, and we were able to accomplish that. All we really had to do was throw in the new radiator setup. That's a radiator electric fan combo that we got off of eBay, actually. I believe CSI Cooling is the name of the company that makes it, but it seemed to be a pretty good fitting kit, pretty good quality. I know a couple other guys running them. It's not very expensive, so pretty affordable option. That's what we threw in, and so far seems to be working very well. We ended up running that with the relay and everything to the distribution block under the driver's door. Also got the piping finished up, finished throwing the turbo kit on, finished up the last little bit of wiring, buttoning up, cleaning up, things like that that needed to be done. Went through, checked all the fluids, and changed the oil, and then we took the truck for the test drive. That truck, as I've said before, it's got a humongous fuel system. It's got a single 82mm charger on it. It's a T6 charger, 115 housing. We were going to load a base file, but he's tuning the truck with Smarty UDC, and he didn't have a base file for the fuel setup he had. And so with the Smarty, the only option was adding more duration, which we didn't want to do. So we just left it on a stock file and just eased it around the block. And surprisingly, the truck drove amazing. It wasn't super smoky. It would be if you kind of, got in overdrive, got under a charger and rolled into it. But normal driving, it had a constant haze, but wasn't terrible. And came up on boost pretty quick. Street drove great. Honestly, I'd say it's comparable to a drop-in charger on a 5.9. It spooled pretty freaking quick. The trans in that truck has I believe it's a stock stall converter. So somewhere around a 2000 stall. And like I said, that 82mm single came right on up. So that was really nice. We did send the stock file out to Levon for him to write a revision for. And we should, I would think, over the next week be getting a new file back from him. And we should be able to go ahead and play with it a little bit. So we will definitely keep you guys up to date on that. Other than that, just a few small things to button up, like getting the front bumper mounted, things like that. We were going to be doing a hidden hitch on it, but he decided to just save that weight as he didn't really plan on towing anyways. So it's going to go without a hitch for now. See AJ's truck in here in the shop behind me. We did take it to the track this week. As you saw in the last video, the turbo had a come apart in it. That was a 67, 96, 115 that we were trying, and it didn't work out for this application. I think it would be a fun charger if you wanted to go T6 with, say, 750, 800 horsepower, or if you had it gated, it would probably do okay, but being non-gated, we actually overspooled it somewhere around 900 horsepower. So we threw a forced induction 76, 96, 132 on it. So really big housing, pretty big charger, especially on the turbine side. And we threw that on it. It street drove pretty good, spooled a little bit slow, but it was manageable. We were able to get it to the track this week, and it took a little bit of practice with him, you know, to get staging down. But the first pass, he left easy. I believe it went at like 740. Second pass, he launched a little harder. The truck spun just a little, and it actually broke his driver's seat, and the seat reclined all the way back when he launched. So his foot came off the pedal, gave him a trash 60 foot, but he picked up and went to a 7.2. Both passes were at high 98, low 99 mile an hour. So they cut up the tune, went to his hottest tune, which is, I believe, 2200 microseconds. This is with 150% flux. And the next pass, the truck spun pretty decent. Still a decent 60 foot though. It was like a 160 something 60 foot. And he got a 688, I believe is what the time he ran. So it was 688 at like 101. So still just a tad low on mile an hour, but the time is getting right where he wants it. So it's making some steam about half track. But anyways, we are going to make some adjustments. You can see in the videos, the back end wasn't really squatting and it kind of sprung back up. And when it did, that's when it unloaded all the suspension and spun. So we're going to soften up the rear end a little bit and see if we can't get it to go down the track a little better next time. So anyways, making progress on all the trucks. It was a pretty good week. We were able to button up the red truck and test drive it. And then we were also able to get AJ's at the track for a little testing tune. So maybe next time we're testing, we'll have his out ready to go again in 670 and be able to get the red truck to the track too. But anyways, that's going to pretty much wrap us up for this video. Thank you guys for watching and thanks for hanging around, and we will see you guys next time.